Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man, let's talk about the Emanuel Navarrete long count versus Liam Wilson. Yeah, I went to bed last night, bro. I was tired, man. Navarrete, one of my favorite fighters. But I seen what happened to him, and that's what happened when you catch somebody, you know, who don't defend their guard, who don't have a guard. He awkward, and he said he tried to box regular, but it don't work for him. So his awkwardness, you know, is what make him unique. And Liam Williams caught him jumping in with his face first and his hands out, not even down, out. So that's something they're gonna have to work on. You can't close the gap, jump in and close the gap like that. You know, with your head being like that. You see Roy Jones just jump in, it's after a feint, when he knew his opponent gonna bite on the feint and his head wasn't directly on that line. You see what I'm saying? His head wasn't directly on the line. He jumped in just like this. Roy would jump in like this, you know, or jump in like that. And Pacquiao, you know, you think about it, Pacquiao would jump in with his head on the line. But the difference was, you know, you had an opportunity to catch Pacquiao. Marquez did, Floyd did, certain guys did. It's once you got his rhythm. Pacquiao rhythm was so unique, in which his speed and his feints, like Roy Jones Jr., you had to respect it. So only somebody that only a true counterpuncher could really catch them like that. You know, you used to have Floyd jump in like that when he was younger, you know what I'm saying? And he explained in one of the videos why he stopped fighting like that, so fighters couldn't get his rhythm. And when he went to 40, you start seeing him fight more stationary style. He had to get power too. But Navarrete just, you know, he caught him. And a lot of fighters don't have the composure to catch any fighter like that. A lot of times when you start to close the gap on a fighter, they ball up. You know, Liam Williams, that was, I hate to say that was a lucky shot, because he never capitalized on that again. That was 1 in a million shot for him. And that was a 1 in a million shot for him. And, you know, but yeah, that's why he got caught. And, you know, you gotta, if you gonna drop your hands like that or have your hands out like that with your face first, you at least gotta come in from the side. You know what I'm saying? You at least gotta come in from, or you gotta come off a feint and he gotta bite. And a lot of times he ain't bite off nothing. He just caught it. He threw the perfect shot. And you know, clipped his ass. And Navarrete, he could have avoided dropping the mouthpiece had he just swallowed his pride and took the knee. And got himself, he took extra punishment, and it was a controversy. But like I said before, I done seen worse. Lucian Bute versus Andrade, that was an atrocious count, bruh. That's the worst count that I can remember seeing off rip. Every time I see something like that happen with Wilder, people crying about Wilder, people crying about with this one. Bruh, I seen worse. I seen worse. But yeah, that's why he got caught. And it was a great counterpunch. But that's why you see Pacquiao kind of feint, Roy feint, to establish that how they gonna react to the feint, and keep them off balance. And when I do go, guess what? They already gonna bite. I already know they gonna bite on the feint, and guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and jump in when I can. And a lot of that got to do with just natural ability, feinting. You know, that's pretty much what he got to do with. And Liam Wilson, he scored it. He felt they took the fight away from him, and a lot of people felt they took the fight away from him because Navarrete, he should have took the knee. You know, you take the knee, and no pride in that. You take the knee, get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Get up, all that. But he got up and he dropped the mouthpiece. I don't know if they could disqualify you for the first time dropping that mouthpiece out. And I think he did it on purpose. But I don't know if they could have deducted a point. But that was smart. You see a lot of fighters do that. They will drop their mouthpiece and buy themselves some extra time in the count. And what you got to understand, that count and that mouthpiece thing is at the referee's discretion. I think they might have the power to disqualify him for doing that. I know if he do it more than once, they do. He was like Andre Ward said, and then if you listen to the commentating, they sway a lot of emotions. They really make a lot in a fight like the controversial moments like that, and in a fight like in a fight like that, and just close fights or controversial fights like Pacquiao and Tim Bradley, they sway the opinion. If you watch without no sound on, your opinion might be 100% different. That's why I say like some fights I just choose not. It's not because the commentators are great or bad. I choose not to watch it with the sound on. Some fights I choose not to score it. Nowadays, some fights I just choose not to watch it. It's no, busy schedule, bro. And I missed his last 2 fights. Navarrete. But yeah, when you drop that mouthpiece, that's an old trick. But he just fell out his mouth. It wasn't like he was getting up and dropped it. And if he was getting up and dropped it, which wouldn't have been smart, they probably would have waved that shit off. Especially if it wasn't a top rank event. And I think he a full-fledged top rank fighter now. If the rumors are true, he ain't no longer messing with Zafner. I could be wrong. So of course, I think it might be his first or second full fight just with top rank. So they couldn't afford that shit. They just gave him a new contract. So they couldn't afford that. So, but yeah, if he would have dropped that mouthpiece getting up off the while he was trying to get off the canvas or on the canvas, yeah, he probably would have. They probably would have waved that shit off, especially if it wasn't the top rank show. And Liam Williams was robbed of a win. I won't say robbed, but Navarrete was granted a couple more minutes, a couple more seconds. And that's the difference. They condition their body. They don't need a minute, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes a day to recover like people who don't train for that shit. It's like if you go to the gym and you ain't used to doing the workout routine, yeah, you gonna need a few minutes in between sets. A lot of people. You ain't gonna be able to just, 30-second rest, minute rep, pop, like somebody else, or circuit train like somebody else. It takes time to build up that memory and that, the condition and stuff of that nature. And that's what they do. They condition their body to recover from them shots. This is why you work on the legs and the core. The legs and the core is your stability to take shots and give them. It's like your sway bar, the stabilizer bar that's on your car, your front end. It stabilizes your body. But that mouthpiece trick, people been doing that shit for years. You got to do it the right way. Like he got up and he just dropped it out his mouth. Yeah, he dropped that shit out his mouth on purpose to buy some time. And what he was really hoping for was the corner, him to stop it and let the corner buy him some more minutes, let the corner put it in, but he had to put it in himself. Now think about it. Had he dropped it while he was getting off the canvas, he probably would have been waved off. Had he dropped it and Liam Williams would have tried to finish him off, and it probably would have been waved off. So he dropped it at the perfect moment. So he was well aware of what he was doing. And a lot of these fighters get these veteran tricks, bro. And Liam Wilson deserved another opportunity. But once he got off that canvas, it was, I'm telling you, he brought me a Terrence Crawford a lot, bro. When they get hit, fuck tying up. They wanted to fight. Liam Williams didn't know how to tie up. And that was, Navarrete's version of tying up was dropping that mouthpiece. And that's something that you go through those scenarios. You should go through those scenarios in the gym. So, but yeah, he dropped it at the perfect time. Getting up off the canvas or right after the count and getting knocked out, he would have got a TKO. He dropped that hoe at the right time. He dropped it out of his mouth at the right time. And Liam Williams, he got up and he, like I say, like Crawford, once you hurt them, they want to hurt you back. And they recover, they about to put it on your ass. So you got to strap your nuts on and be ready for that. Liam Williams weren't ready for that, but you know, with, you know, another couple wins and get back under his belt, I think he'd be ready. But yeah, it was a wrap. When he got off that, boy, he whipped that nigga like his name was Miracle Whip. You know, he beat the hell out of him. That woke him up. I mean, he's that type of fighter. But if I'm them, with him, we gonna work on, like, before you jump in, we working on feints. And we gonna keep fighting like that, we gonna have you feint before you jump in. And I think he might have underestimated Liam Wilson, but we gonna have you feint before you jump in and fight somebody else, bro. You know, or we gonna have you work your way in. We gonna have you work your way in. And then, you know, we gonna have you come in behind the jab and then close the gap on your opponent. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that what you did yesterday no more. Not without a setup, not without a jab, you know, not without a jab to the body, not without a feint, you know, or a couple feints or something like that. We ain't doing that no more, kid. You know, that ain't what we doing. But yeah, Liam Williams, man, he just woke up a dog. He wasn't ready after that. And that's a momentum. That hurt his momentum too. And he never looked like he got that momentum back. But now Navarrete got off that canvas, recovered, got to beating the shit out of him. He beat the shit out of Liam. Well, but I like to see him again, bro. Be nice to Bob, bring him back. Good fight. You know, but you know, Navarrete probably need to stay at 30. He just be, if you see him in between fights, the dude is a fucking heavyweight, bro. I don't say heavyweight, but he like 170, 180 or some shit like that. Dude, a big dude. They need to stay him in the gym. If anybody that need to stay on schedule fighting, if you want to get the most out of them, is him. He need to be fighting about 3-4 times a year. Him and Carlos Adames, who used to fight at Top Rank, he with PBC now. They don't need to damn, the government auction, so I got a Rolls Royce. I'm gonna come back and get that number. I ain't a Rolls Royce type of money. That might be something else good. But yeah, they need to be in the ring about 4-5 times a year, dude. At least 3 minimum. Their activity rate need to be up there, because they in between fights, they don't have the discipline. But yeah, man, I seem like I missed a firefight, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out the boxing, the fight reaction playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.